So it's just, straight out of the jar. Is that good? Even without bread? Oh, are we recording? Oh, okay. Roll the theme song. We don't have it? Oh, of course. Hello, YouTube. Welcome to my point of view. Hello, YouTube. It might be different from you. I'm gonna talk about some things I thought about. Hello, YouTube. Welcome to my point of view. All right. Did you get that? Yeah, record it so that way I don't have to play it every time. You can just roll it. All right, cool. All right, now, hello. Now, before I get to my point of view about what the topic of this episode is about, first, I'd like for you to like this video, subscribe, of course, if you haven't, and I'll wait. We want to help the algorithm, so be sure, click the like button, click it. Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. So, the topic I'm talking about today is Michael Keaton coming back as Batman. Sweet. Yes, he's coming back as Batman in the new movie coming out of The Flash. The movie is directed by Andreas Muschietti. I was afraid I was going to screw that name up, and I probably still did. Ezra Miller is the Flash in the DC universe, in the movie world. That's something I wasn't excited about, but he actually did a pretty good job as the Flash. And it's I'm hoping that it's going to be good. That's all I'm going to say. I'm hoping that it's going to be good. A lot of the DC movies have just... they've been up and down. They haven't been Marvel movies. Let's just put it like that. But, I'm not talking about Ezra Miller or that. I'm talking about Michael Keaton coming back. And, it's not coming back as Beetlejuice, which, man, that would have been cool. But he's not coming back as Johnny Dangerously. I mean, that's a reference out there that's probably dating me. So, but yeah, I'm talking about him coming back as Batman. So, the Flashpoint movie. The Flash movie. It's going to be based off of the Flashpoint story. If you don't understand what the Flashpoint story is, it was a comic book back in 2011. It was 5 issues written by Jeff Johns and drawn by Andy Kubert. And basically the story of Flashpoint was the Flash, he went back in time to stop his mother's death. And I think in the comics he either killed Zoom or he captured Zoom. But anyways, he changed the timeline completely. And when he came back, everything was different. Like, there was a whole bunch of stuff. The Batman wasn't Batman. In fact, it was Thomas Wayne. Because in this new timeline, Bruce Wayne dies as a child in that incident. And it was Thomas Wayne who became Batman. And Martha Wayne went crazy and was the Joker. Yeah, it's pretty trippy. But, that's a lot. There's a couple things, but I just kind of want to focus on the Batman side of the story since I am talking about Michael Keaton coming back as Batman. And, in the Flashpoint, he goes back in time, screws up the timeline. He has to go through all these things. He actually lost his power as well. He had to jump start his power again just so he can get it with the help of Thomas Wayne. And in the comics, Aquaman was at war with the whole world. Wonder Woman, everyone was warring. It was pretty messed up. He screwed the timeline up big time. But yeah, that was in the comic books. There was also an animated Flashpoint. It was done in 2013, directed by Jay Oliva, I believe. Yeah, and I actually watched it on Netflix, and it's actually pretty good. And, you know, they draw the story from the comic books, and so it's a bit verbatim by the comics, and it's actually really good. You know, if you want to get references on what this movie could possibly be, I suggest going to the comic books or even the animated movie. It was Justice League: The Flashpoint Paradox, and you could probably still find that on Netflix. If not, you may have to find it elsewhere. I'm not sure. But anyways, there's also in the CW Arrowverse a Flashpoint on the Flash show with Grant Gustin as Flash, which I actually like the Flash show. It was really good. It still is. I haven't been keeping up with it recently, but I've been watching it when it was first coming out. Actually, I started watching the Arrowverse because of the Flash. Like when I heard that the Flash show was coming out, I was like, "What? Whoa, sweet!" So I started watching Arrow just so I can, you know, watch the Flash and understand, you know, because there was a lot of stuff from Arrow that was coming through into the Flash. So yeah, I watched all of Arrow all the way through, kept up with it until the season finale, and the Flashpoint, and actually all the other spin-off shows that came out, like the DC Legend of Tomorrow. That was really good. I really enjoyed that. I watched some of the Supergirl. Supergirl was good. It's not really my thing. I'm not a big Superman person, but yeah, the Flash. The Flash show is pretty good. They had their own spin on Flashpoint Paradox, and it was from May through October of 2016. And yeah, if you want to watch a different version of the Flashpoint, check out the Flash show. And I think those are all on Netflix, actually. You can watch all of that on Netflix still. And yeah, those are some just some references that you can get to understand the story of Flashpoint and what it's actually going on, and how Flash screws up the timeline for going back in time just to stop something, and it just throws everything all screwy. But what I need you to do right now is to like this video for the algorithm. For the algorithm, people. We need the algorithm to work for us. So like this video. Subscribe if you haven't. Click that bell so you can keep on getting notifications. Because this channel doesn't do just my point of views. I do music, I do originals, I do covers, I do updates of my life as a crazy person. Because, you know, I'm certifiably nuts. So anyways, I'm going to sit here for a minute for you to like. I'm counting a minute. I'm waiting on you to like this video. It's right there. Just like it. Right down there. Just hit that like button. Go ahead, do it. You want to like this video? It's right there. Hit the like button. Hit it. Hit the like button. Hit it. Did you hit it? Oh, you didn't. Do it. Do it. Hit the like button. Did you do it yet? Okay. Good job. You hit the like button. I'm proud of you. Now, what you can do next is subscribe, and you can also leave a comment down below on another topic you'd like to hear my point of view about. But anyways, now to the meat of this subject of my point of view. Michael Keaton coming back as Batman. Now, Michael Keaton, he actually just came back in talk because he's coming back as the Vulture in the Morbius movie. And he did a really good job as the Vulture in the Spider-Man Homecoming. I really enjoyed watching him play that villain. The Vulture was a pretty... I don't know. He was one of those kind of goofy comic book villains. Looked really goofy. Didn't really take him too seriously, although he was a serious villain. But just his looks alone kind of put him off. A lot of Spider-Man's villains were pretty off-putting because of just the way they looked. They were kind of goofy. But he actually did a really good job as the Vulture. I liked the way they went with it, with a whole mechanical type thing where, he was kind of like one of those scavengers of all the alien tech that was going on because of all the invasion of Earth during the cinematic universe and everything. I really liked it. I enjoyed him playing the villain. And it's really cool that he's still going to be doing that in the Morbius movie. He's playing because he's on Marvel and DC. There's not a lot of actors who can do both. And he's actually doing both because he is coming back as Batman. Now, the thing is, with him coming back as Batman, if he's going to be doing Flashpoint, should he really be an older version of Bruce Wayne? Now, there's not any permanent talks about what he's going to do, but that he is coming back. I've read a couple articles tossing up about how he'll be a mentor, like an older Bruce Wayne, a mentor type, similar to that of like a Batman Beyond, where he's like old and everything, and just kind of like being the mentor to the younger guys. But still, it's that's not, I wouldn't say true to the Flashpoint universe, but with the DC universe movies, nothing really is true. They kind of look at the comic books, I honestly believe, and just be like, okay, this looks cool, let's do it. They don't really, it doesn't seem like that they really read into the stories and pull stories out and try to go verbatim. They mostly just kind of almost do what they want and kind of make a story roughly about what it is. But if he is going to be a mentor and an older version of himself, I'm cool with that. That's cool. It'd be something cool to see. Maybe even a possibility of introducing a Batman Beyondish thing. I've heard talks about, the Batgirl movie. He could possibly become the mentor in that with the older Bruce Wayne, the older Batman, But, if they're going to go with the whole Flashpoint story, he really should play more of a Thomas Wayne. Because Thomas Wayne was a broken man. And, there's been talks that, he's good for that role. Look at the movie Birdman that he did. The actor who kind of lost his mind a little bit. It was a really good movie, really good performance. And, I could really see him playing a Thomas Wayne, a broken man. Someone who's more prone to very more violent acts than actual Batman. Because the Thomas Wayne in the Flashpoint, he basically is straight vigilante, kill people, uses guns, extreme violence, very menacing. His costume's pretty badass. It's got like red glowing eyes. It's pretty sweet. But yeah, either way, an older Bruce Wayne mentor, keeping it light, that would be cool. But if they want to go the dark route, bring him out as Thomas Wayne, the destroyed man who lost his son and his wife, because his wife in the Flashpoint basically turned into the Joker, and that's pretty fucking trippy. But that's either route. I'm just happy to see that Michael Keaton is coming back as Batman. He to me is the number one Batman. He goes Michael Keaton, Adam West. Hard to pinpoint a third. Because honestly, I did like Val Kilmer's Batman. Val Kilmer did a pretty good job. And it's a toss-up on third between Christian Bale and Val Kilmer. The thing that really killed it with Christian Bale was just his real method acting of being real throaty. But, at the bottom of the list is George Clooney. He doesn't even register really on my list. But, and, Ben Affleck, he did good. I did a lot of naysaying when Ben Affleck was first talked about Batman. And I was just like, oh my God. Really? That guy? He did good. Good job, Ben Affleck. You played a good Batman. You played a good Bruce Wayne. But you did a good Batman. And there was actually talks of having Jeffrey Dean Morgan reprise his role as Thomas Wayne. Because in the Batman vs Superman movie, we see the origins of Batman in the opening credits, with Jeffrey Dean Morgan playing Thomas Wayne, him and Martha coming out with Bruce and in the theater, and you see him and his mother get gunned down right there at the very beginning credits. And that actually would have been pretty cool too, to see Jeffrey Dean Morgan coming back as a Thomas Wayne in Flashpoint. And yeah. So anyways, I'm just glad that Michael Keaton's coming back as Batman. That's really cool. I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty stoked about that. So yeah, that was my point of view on Michael Keaton coming back to the DC universe, coming back, putting on that cape, putting on that cowl. Hopefully, I mean, maybe he'll do the mentor thing, and old man with the cane, possibly have the exoskeleton. Yeah, that was my point of view, and next time my point of view will be on. Let's check the comments. Oh, you haven't left a comment. I need a point of view. So I need you guys to leave a comment down below. Remember to like this video, leave a comment, let me know what you'd like to hear my next point of view about, and subscribe. So that way you're notified when I put another video of my point of view. And yeah. So play the outro. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Good night, YouTube. That was my point of view. Good night, YouTube. Might have been different from you, man. Some things I thought about, and well, we talked about them. Good night, YouTube. Hope to see you soon. Alright, so remember, like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned to the next point of view. So, anyways, jelly? Just straight out of the jar? No bread? I mean, it's kind of sticky, isn't it? I mean, it gets all over your fingers. No, I guess you could just lick your fingers, though, because, it's jelly. Jelly's pretty good.